Update 129 is finally here, and we also have DayZ's 2026 roadmap, and I'm going to break everything down in this video very quickly. If you like the video, please leave a like or a subscribe, it really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Apparently these can break your fall and your leg. First off, and I did make a community post about this, unfortunately due to seismic events, I've lost my PlayStation and Xbox in a quite large disaster, so I won't be able to do any server videos for the time being. Anyway, what started as a smaller update has turned into a major step forward for DayZ, bringing new platform support, fresh content, and long overdue technical improvements that set the stage for everything coming next. But before the roadmap, let's talk about what we have already now in this update. First, console players finally get something big. DayZ has a native version on Xbox X and S. This means better long-term performance potential, even if the visual upgrades aren't fully there yet. The important part is what's under the hood. Server stability improvements are rolling out across all platforms, which is something the game has desperately needed for years. And this isn't a paid upgrade. If you already own DayZ on Xbox, you get it for free, and PlayStation will be getting it soon. Next, one of the most noticeable changes is the terrain blending. Now, if you've played CROSSPLAY, you'll know how rough the terrain transitions used to look, and this is probably down to the fact that there's not much foliage in certain areas, so you can really see the flat textures and they just look awful. Well, those blocky immersion breaking textures are now gone. The new blending system makes the environment feel far more natural, and this is especially important moving forward because the new map that is announced and is coming this year will require this type of terrain blending to look really good. Let's just quickly touch on the audio changes. The firearm sound overhaul is finally complete. Automatic rifles and pistols have been fully reworked, making gunshots more distinct, more realistic, and more useful from a gameplay perspective. You can now identify more weapons just by sound, and gunfire can be heard from over 100 meters again. I've said this so many times before, but the sound in DayZ is so underrated. Like, I want to make a whole video just breaking down the sounds and the changes. It's one of my favorite things about DayZ. The update also comes with way more new content, especially for Frostline. You're getting the biggest set of winter cosmetics ever added: coats, boots, sweaters, and a new high tier item, the long haul backpack, which is likely going to become a staple for the serious players. And if you like trophies, there are new animal headdresses too, including a fox version you can craft and a bear version if you're brave enough to take one down without ruining its head. But that's everything so far. What about 2026? Well, this is where things really start to escalate. The biggest headline is DayZ Badlands, an expansion that could be one of the most ambitious updates since the game launched. At the center of it is Nazdara, the largest map they've ever created. This isn't just another terrain, it's a completely different environment. A harsh, arid desert with extreme survival conditions and far less foliage than anywhere we've seen before. And for the first time ever, two-wheeled vehicles are coming, because we're getting motorbikes, mopeds, dirt bikes, fully supported with new physics and mechanics that alone will completely change how players move, travel, and engage across the map. You'll also see new weapons, region-specific gear, new infected types, which I imagine will be cosmetic more than mechanical, and animals designed to match the environment as well. But the more interesting part is how the gameplay itself is changing. They've introduced new ways to obtain loot, potentially involving communication and player interaction in ways we haven't seen before, and base building is getting a major rethink with new systems focused on repairing and reclaiming the world around you. This is going to be huge for so many players, but before Badlands fully releases, there'll be a smaller update acting as a bridge, giving players an early taste of what's coming. I imagine this will be the same as what we experienced with CROSSPLAY, where we got lots of stuff and then the map eventually dropped once we tested it. Alongside all of this, the developers are doubling down on stability, more fixes, more monitoring, and continued improvements throughout the year. They've also got lots of seasonal events that are going forward as well, like Warp, or just fucking hate that word. There's so many people in the world who can speak like 4 or 5 languages and I can't even pronounce a single word. Anyway, that one, Halloween and Christmas, with plans to expand them even further. Oh, and another cool addition is they're really investing in modding tools as well, supporting the community that kept DayZ alive for so long. But there's a dark thing about modders that most people don't realize, and here it explains everything you'll need to know. Or for something else, click here. And as always, until